I love the cold plunge. I found a lot of success.
We were gonna ask you about that because, do you have one in your house?
I do. I also flooded my house with it, but that's why it's outside now.
It's outside. How did you flood your house with it?
I up.
You went above the Phil here line?
Yeah, no, it's like,
he sat in it.
So I had this smaller cold plunge. It was a good one. And oh man, it's a little back into a couple things here.
Were you keeping it in the garage, or do you have like a gym area?
A little gym area that we have. It's very small. It's it's almost like a prison gym. It's just like concrete walls.
They don't have gyms in prison.
Well, they got it.
That's like the one thing they have. They have the yard.
They're all working
They
out.
have weights.
Weights.
Like, hey,
Yeah, they don't have a steam room.
But so we is like, so we have this like smaller area. So I had it in there, and it was great. I loved it. And that day I didn't take my ADD medication. I was cooking dinner. I put the hose in there to fill it up. It takes a little bit of time. I checked on it once. I checked on it twice. Totally forgot about it because I got caught up in this Hulu documentary about this woman who faked her own death. And I went downstairs. It was like, oh my God. I flooded. And
the hose running?
It was about an inch of water. And luckily it was in the basement. It was not, but I haven't felt this way since I was like 15 years old. I thought, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I was like, oh, no.
This is my house.
This is my house. I'm like, who's going to yell at me? But I don't know. Like, it was like, I was like,
June's going to yell at you.
Yeah. But oddly, she didn't even yell. Because I was like, I just felt like, it's like, I was like, oh, but it's my, like, I realized this. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like, there is like, if I see something in front of my house, like a piece of paper or like garbage, I look at it, I'm like, garbage in front of my house. I'm like, and then I realize, if I don't pick it up, no one will.
Right.
And then I pick it up, and then I'm like, oh, that's what I need to be doing. I'm realizing that's like a little metaphor for like, yeah, you gotta pick up even if you didn't put it there. You can't just walk by it. So yeah, I felt this pressure of like, up. So now the cold plunge is outside, but I've been doing it for like 2.5 years now.
Really? Now, physical benefits I've read anecdotally, and this is again, like I know nothing, but I've read that the physical benefits are not as, it's not like a sauna where like sauna, there are statistics and it's like, this is where the jury's out scientifically.
Well, it's so interesting because I was excited to come on the show to talk about this because there's a study that was released this week about cold plunging, and I read it, and first of all, a lot of the studies on cold plunging are very like loose science. It's like 3,000 people across all these ages. It's like, it doesn't. And so it's like, and it was like, well, and the article was like, some benefits, some deficits. I was like, huh.
Deficits.
Right. And so then I typed in cold plunge study, and it was all the same study, 10 different articles. And so I'm like, good for you, bad for you, good for. I was like, wait, how? Like everyone read this study.
Pull whatever details you need to make whatever a headline or thesis.
It sounds like Big Sauna is out for cold plunge.
Well, I get those guys with their heat, and their rocks.
It's a song of ice and fire, as always.
What I like about cold plunging in the general sense is it's been around for a long time, right? When I was going to the Russian baths back in New York, it's like you cold plunge, you do the steam room, you go back and forth. You should end on the cold plunge, not the steam.
Yeah.
But that's been there. That's like something that's been around for a long time. It's not like a red light, which apparently is good for you, but it's like it's not new. It's not new tech. It's just cold water.
Right.
And I believe in that, like, because like I'm like, oh, and then we look at athletes. Well, they've been getting in cold plunges their entire career. Like every player you ever see, they're wrapped in ice. They're in the thing. So, like on that level, it was interesting. But then what I really love about it is, and I think it comes down to this idea, which is, if you do it, it's never fun. It's never like, I can't wait. The getting in, like the moment before you get in, once I'm in, I'm fine. But the moment before I get in,
horrible.
It's like you're doing something kind of impossible. And you're starting to, mentally, I think, to your point, you're training your mind to be like, I can do hard things, right? Like every day, if you start off every day going, I can do a hard thing, then the day becomes easy.
Yeah, and you're not at like risk for death or anything with this. So you're like simulating it mentally where you're like, I don't want to do this, but I must. And it's like, that's that feels to your body like you're standing up against a predator.
How cold is your thing?
So I know that technically the science has shown that anything below 59 and below for 3 minutes, 5 times a week, that is like where that's where the health benefits are.
Wow.
Right. But now you have insane people who will jack that down to like
30.
Yeah. And then like their testicles shrivel up inside their body. I've seen like crazy
I've like, seen so many images of testicles.
Oh man, I'm looking.
Then I Googled shriveled up testicles from ice bath. I read a bunch of articles, good and bad, on that.
I typed in SH and then immediately went to shriveled up testicles.